children's friends. From then you can tell a lot about your child as well. Enforce a certain level of respect from their friends, let them into the home, and enforce a level of respect as well. So those that, when they're out doing their little skullduggeries or running up their mouth, they always know that, what, child A has to be a certain way because we've got respect for their parents as well. So it's also demanding just a level of respect in that sense. At 14, they're able to push the boundaries, they're able to try things. It's a natural thing, it's puberty, things changing. But, as you said, you've got to give them a bit of scope. Allow them to develop in that way, be confident, but also keep an eye on their friends and embrace their friends as well, so that you can have a good idea of where your child's going.
Can I just say, Louis made a point about saying changing with the times. And I think, this is my personal opinion, I think that when it comes to parenting, the young man said it earlier on, it's about being popular parent, being hip, being, first you've got to be a parent. And a parent is being responsible. So if you teach a child from the child is 2 years old, right? And you say, well, when he comes 13, he's not going to want it. What you told him when he was 2 is not relevant. It will always be relevant if you're teaching him the right thing. If you're teaching your children the right thing, it will always be relevant.
Can I just say,
what you teach them from they're young. So.
Can I just quickly say that peer pressure will always exist, as the sister says. But if you teach your child, bring your child up in a certain manner, then they won't have that low self-esteem, and then they won't become followers. They'll be more leaders than followers, because you have a lot of children who follow because they've got low self-esteem in themselves, and a lot of our children, a lot of this to do with colour. A lot of our black children, I remember my son coming home one day, he's 21 now, and he's very dark. And he said to me that you had the black children in school who were a bit lighter than him, calling him Blick. And things, and things so that, so there's a colour issue as well, which gives them very low self-esteem of who they are as a black person. And that is why, and that's another issue that we need to look at. Sometimes, when your child coming from school, the problems they've had with their own, they've had problems with maybe white children or white teachers, but the problem that they have with their own black peers can be quite difficult.
I've got something I call APS. Other Parent Syndrome. And we all know that our children listen to other parents better than they listen to us. Don't be afraid to call up your brother, your sister, your uncle to go and speak to your children. Right? Trevor said it takes a village or a district to raise your child. It ain't just about mum, ain't just about dad, ain't just about mum and dad. It's your whole family, it's your community. In my daughter sees me, I'll discipline children walking past me and say, "Block your trousers." I don't business, because them children are mixing with my children. If they got no manners, it's going to brush off on mine. And the same little 5-year-old boy I said, "Block your trousers," they're like 15, 16 now, up like this. And every time they pass, was like, "Sir." That's what it took. One little boy, block your trousers, and they got respect for you from day one. Don't shout and not give it them, just talk to them and with them. And they respect you, they remember you. I don't remember them, I don't recognise them. They remember me from way back, just to say, "Block your trousers." That's all it takes. So it takes the village, and if you say it, practice it.